Hi guys and welcome to another Train Sim 2022 video. Today we're taking a look at a very quick scenario actually on the Chatmos route by ATS. One of the reasons we're covering this is just to talk about some of the bits that are coming in an update for this route. So I just picked a quick scenario just to talk about those sorts of bits and pieces. This is a scenario from ATS by Adam Hay, if I remember rightly. You've just joined this 350 at Parkside Junction on its way into Manchester. Depart when ready. You're expected to be in at Victoria at 11:49. Right, okay, so this is 1 Mike 930 Glasgow Central to Manchester, Victoria, and it is available on alanthomsonsim.com. Let's get the wipers on, because of course it's a Chatmos scenario, which means it has to be raining. I want my master key on. I want to be a neutral to start with. TWS and AWS operational. I think my lights are already set by the looks of it. DRA is on, but I have the road, so that can come off. We can cancel that, put us into forward, and we can get going. He says, why can't we get going? Headlights would be nice. Ah, I know why. Control and 1. It's been a while since I've driven the 350. It's not one I tend to drive that often, to be honest with you. I drove it to death when it first came out, when the EP first came out, and I haven't driven it since. Very often. I'm on a 20 here anyway. Right, so what's happening with the Chatmos upgrade? Not masses, if I'm completely honest. There's the neutral sections that are missing going in, and a couple of signals at Warrington Bank Quay. These were missed, sadly, but they are going in. The updates for the other routes, like King's Cross, King's Lynn, are coming as well. Part of the reason for the delay of some of those is some of the newer technology with the signalling stuff and some of the new scripting for signalling is being added in, and that's coming from the upcoming Stoke Loop route that is due out very, very soon. It's been delayed. I say it's been delayed. It hasn't been delayed. We changed the scope for Stoke Loop around just before Christmas and added in an extra 14 miles. So even though it seems like it's delayed, it kind of isn't. It kind of just is. It's just been extended. But I still say it's delayed. Just because I'm like that, it winds Pete up. But that is coming very, very soon as well. So once we've got that out, we can then put the new bits into the other, well, release the updates for the other routes that have got the newer technology in them. And Chatmos is one of those. I think some stop markers at Manchester to go in as well, if I remember rightly. But nothing too major. Nothing too major. So we'll enjoy another rainy journey down Chatmos. And the TPE 350, which I do very rarely get to drive, to be honest. I think it's because it was a good EP. Is a good EP. The 350 and the 450 pack. It just sort of became a train I drove an awful lot on stream. And then videos tended to be, I wanted to drive something different than usual. So I ended up with the sort of the opposite of the bug. You get a bit, when I drive the same thing over and over again, it becomes a bit stagnant. So I do try and keep things a bit varied. But it's nice to be back on Chatmos as well. It's a route I thoroughly enjoy driving. I know I'm biased, but I do really, really, really enjoy driving it. It's just the right length. It's got a variety of services. You can do quick ones, longer ones. So it hits the nail on the head, I think, really. And it's pretty. It's not a bad looking route at all in TS. It's not the most exciting thing in real life, but it's one of those routes that you sort of can gloss over quite easily. Got a 90 speed limit. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90 It is a nice EP to drive, to be fair. It feels right. Sounds good. Cab's nice. Oh, we've even got GSMR because the update now. Let's get that on. We forgot about that. What was our... we were 1 mic 9.3, weren't we? Mic 9... Oh, no. 1 mic 9.3. I don't know what the starting signal was because I forgot. Checking. Beep, beep. It's nice to see that added in later on, wasn't it? And I think we have working destinations on this as well. Are they on F7, F8? Yeah. We're going to Victoria. I don't know where this would end actually. Would this be airport, this one? Just be Manchester Airport. In order to keep up driver competence of diversion routes, TPE run one of their Scotland-Manchester trains into Victoria instead of the airport via Piccadilly. You've just joined the Manchester-Victoria service at Parkside Junction and booked to the finished journey. Okay. So yeah, it is... should have been slowed down for that. 75 a long time ago. So it would have been Manchester Airport. This was before the 397s took over the run, wasn't it? Saw quite a few of those in Carlisle the other day. Still not driven on one. Been on one. Driven one. Been on one. I would like to though. Although they don't get the greatest review ride quality wise or seat quality wise from those that I know that have done them. They look very cool. And their reliability is now coming up a bit. They weren't the most reliable things in the world for quite a while, but they're doing all right now, I hear. It's always good to hear some of the newer stock actually doing well. There's so many stories of new stock not doing brilliantly, shall we say, especially by a few certain manufacturers. But I think we've got to always remember that all stock, I can't think of any bit of rolling stock that had a seamless transition into service. Yes, some of the newer stock we've had now has had a longer transition period than say some of the older stuff, but even things like the HSTs realistically had horrendous reliability at the beginning. 317s, 321s had to go back for door mods. Lots and lots of things happened with older stock, so it's not like it was it's a new problem, which I think some people seem to think it is. Oh, it's because it's privatisation and foreign companies building British trains. It's not really. It happened all the time. I think just with the advent of the internet and publicity being better these days, that people are picking up on things a lot quicker. If there's a fault on a train, it's known within seconds all over the network. Because it's on Twitter or it's on a YouTube video of it failing, or somebody's put a Facebook post up about it. So I think we just hear about the failures a lot more than we would have done back then. I remember having being on a failed train, my first failed train, proper one, was a 365 coming out of Huntingdon. And we were stuck on that for about 2 hours on the East Coast Main Line. Until another 365 came and rescued us. And that would have been in about 96, I think, maybe. I think me and my mate had snuck to Peterborough as well. I don't think we told anybody we actually were going to Peterborough. We were a little bit late home that day. Did you guys ever do that when you were younger? Let me know in the comments if you used to say you were going one place and then going another, especially when it involved train trips. I remember being about 11 and sneaking to Doncaster once. That was pretty naughty. Couldn't imagine if my daughter did that these days. I'd go mental. But when I did it back then, it just seemed like it was all right. It wasn't. Don't get me wrong. It really wasn't all right. But it was definitely an adventure. Definitely an adventure. Can't even remember why we went up to Doncaster. I don't know. I think it was just because it was a cheap ticket or something. It meant we got to go on 91 and Mark 4s. And I remember being so disappointed that the return journey was on a Mark 3 on the HST set. But I did spend the whole time on the way back with our heads out the window, stupidly. Don't window hang, but yeah, stupidly. But yeah, if you ever did that sort of, say you were going one place and went another, let me know. I'd like to hear the tales of it, really. Are we 75 all the way into Manchester now? I say all the way in, we're not even that far out. Oh, I know where I am now, properly. I was sitting there all confused for a second, trying to work out where I was, but now I know where I am, I'm alright. That's what you get for having bad route knowledge. Really bad route knowledge. I've done quite a few videos already today, so it's sort of been a few hours of driving so far. And I've got a stream tonight as well, so I probably will have done about 10 or 12 hours of driving by the end of today. But it's been good. It's been good getting back into the videos and getting them out, and hopefully we can keep up this sort of release schedule at the moment. It's been enjoyable. Except for that wood chipper that's been out the front of my house all day. For some reason, even in my head, even saying we were going into Manchester in my head there, or we were going into Liverpool back there. It's just one of those days. One of those days. We had a AWS warning, but I think that was just for the multiple because we got a green there. We've got a 30 over the junction. They did look good in the TPE livery, to be fair, didn't they? Saying that, I think the TPE livery, now it's sort of grown on me, I think suits everything it's on. When it first came out, this sort of livery, I was like, oh, I don't really like it. But it's definitely grown on me. It wouldn't be Manchester without the rain. And it's like a running joke I have on the streams at the moment that every scenario I end up doing on Chatmos or in the 185 has rain. It's just every single one of them. It's hilarious. It must just be people's like vision or memories of coming into Manchester. Must be raining. Are we going to get held here? It looks like it. Hang on, I swear it said we were due in at like 11:49, didn't it? I wasn't making it up. We're not just sat here for 10 minutes, are we? Manchester Victoria, 11:49. What? Let's put a bit of async keys on. For those of you who don't know what async keys is, it speeds up time within the game in certain increments. You can see a video of it in my playlist, in the tutorials playlist. Teaches you how to add it in. Let's grab the screenshot while we're waiting, eh? Oh, now we've got the road. Right, DRA is off, into forward, we're good to go. Going to be in very early. I was expecting this video to be a little bit longer. But hey, a nice short one. Told you about what the updates are. So neutral sections, stop signs, some track smoothing, signals. And the next time I do a Chatmos video, it will be with the update. So all should be good. I think there's this end, there's some stop car markers missing that I've got to go in. Right, U into neutral, DRA is on, doors are open. Well, alright, and that was a quick and easy one. Thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe. Head over to alanthomsonsim.com for your latest and greatest train sim needs. Not the usual place to spot a zero, but it's where the train terminates. Good work this morning, scenario Badham Hague. So yeah, head over to Twitch on a Monday and a Thursday from 7 PM till late. Pub style atmosphere, so it's not necessarily for kids. But anyway, thank you very much. All the best, guys. Take care.